Hello everyone! Whoops. Left the image in front of you. Right. As you can see, I've gotten around to doing the cabin area. Also, I haven't done the cabin itself yet. Considering making that a repair job for later. Also, got all this done as well. Even got the little cabin done. Even at the tops. Just a little slower so you can actually take it in. A little slower so you can actually take it in this time. Also show off this side, not that it means much. Back to the Tower of Wind. Just floating once again. You'll see why. Oh, speaking of Tower Wind, managed to improve on the little boats so that they're more looking the part now. I couldn't think of anything else to round off those sides with, so I substituted the fountains there. And to give the pinched look, ended up going with the extra blocks in the corners. And because it's supposed to be cloth, I decided to thin it down as well with the chisel. As for why the tower is floating again, it's so that I have room for the rest of the platforms, which clearly won't fit in just that leftover. And I'll probably have to dig out more of it. But for now, that's that state I'm satisfied with. Oh yeah, I also chiseled these bits so that they could land in the rough middle of the blocks instead of needing more blocks just to give the same effect as what's in the image. So, the screenshot. Rig, where'd you go? I thought you'd come up. Or are you going to stay down there? Wherever you are. There you are. Now, there is one detail I did forget on these platforms. I forget which side it's supposed to be on though. There's supposed to be flags on these ones. I'll come back to that detail later when I've got the rest of the platforms in. Let's see. We want a roundabout over here, don't we? But I do need this bit marked first. Should have really done that before the episode. Oh well, never mind. why do I still have that in my... whatever. Whoops. I think the platform is supposed to be about here. Can't quite tell because the base of it is hidden behind another platform's end from the screenshot. So, and then there should be another platform roughly about here, I suppose. Oops. Just realised I started on the wrong point there. Which means I'm not going to need that. And it looks like that level is supposed to be that. One thing I forgot to check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 3, 4. 1, 2. I think that's 1, 2. Huh. I just managed to accidentally keep them at the same height, which is exactly what I wanted. Right, gonna have to switch images. Give me a second. Where are we at? There. And hang on, something's not right about this. Oh, that's hidden behind it, and it's also supposed to be on the actual thing. Okay. And I'm also just noticing that they have a little support thing underneath. Okay. Let's start by shifting that. I'll leave that there because it should be there. Game, I could really use having this camera back inside. Thank you. Right, and the final platform of this section goes on the opposite side, so I'm gonna have to... And I just did the wrong level. There's also supposed to be a chest there apparently, so I'm gonna have to do that for now. Ooh, too far. But that does mean that our platforms need to be a smidge longer now, maybe? Double the length, maybe? Let's see how it works out. I may need to... yeah, that's too close. Let's stick to 4 for now, and then... that can be just classed as a slight variation in between my build of the tower and what it was designed as. Also need where is it? I'll do for that. And where is it? Ah, there it is. Not what I was expecting. Huh? Neither was that what I was expecting. I'm sure that'll correct itself soon enough. Well, it doesn't matter. Look at how that one looks. Come on. Select the right one. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna have to... okay, let's first... oops. Right, back to the platform that should be opposite. Not there, game. Right, I think it should be about here. Yeah, I really don't like how that one's... Hang on, the chest is off to the side of it for some reason. That was probably just a rendering error. But the chest does look like it's supposed to be smaller than this. So I'm gonna have to... You know what, I'll utilize that rendering error and just... Nope, don't have anything there. Purged it from our inventory. Not expecting to need it. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Thankfully, that chest has roughly the same colouring scheme as the chest that was in the screenshot, which probably means the one up there is no good. Oops. Okay. Note to yourself, don't try to do those platforms from first person. This being the sole exception. How did I... Okay. I did not know I could clip through the other way. And she just casually walks through it. Clearly in this game, some obstacles are just a suggestion. Oops. So I want to gap over roughly 3, I suppose. Then again, I might be wanting to adjust where these windows are. We shall see. I already did that one. Some shorter windows follow the same rule here with the 4 thing. So I might just have gotten away with... Yeah. By sheer dumb luck. Nice. And that will take a while to rectify later, so I'll do that off recording because it doesn't feel like something I should try to record. I do not recall which doors connect to which, so I'm gonna leave that for next episode. Oops. There we go, 3. And that's something else I've noticed. I don't think these were to be the same height. Hold on, let me take another look at the image. Oh, I think this was supposed to be further down. It's just... quite tall. I'll have to take another look at the vid that I took the screenshots from, because apparently screenshots of the Tower of Wind are not a thing that are on the internet. So, and the video was the fastest way to get those screenshots rather than playing it myself, because I'd have to spend a long time through the storyline just to get to that point. So, let's see. Let's just get the rest of these. So I can start the windows again. Now that I know the windows happen to line up with those things, I'll be utilising that knowledge for the next 2 sets of windows. If you haven't played Breath of Fire before, the way to get up this tower was through wind going up this chute. So obviously can't replicate the wind effect, but we'll just pretend that there is, and use maybe the wind traps or something down at the bottom to pretend that was how it got at wind. There was no obvious source of wind at the bottom, because it never lets you look that far down. That's going to be troublesome. Trying to correct later. Hold on, where is it? What? Wait, how did you just... Okay. I'm not going to question that. Again. That is honestly the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. For now, I'll just put the door here anyways, just to... It might just be the way I'm looking at the shot. I know the game allowed at least 2 angles for the Tower of Wind, so Oops. Get that in a second. Want to get the camera back inside. I would expect the window to be roughly back here. Right. Need that, don't I? And that. Now I forget how to get the windows up there, so I'm gonna have to kind of... Oh, it wasn't that far off when I ran out of blocks. Nope, apparently I was off. Okay. Teach me to try and skip those. Game, that's clearly not where I was aiming. We've imprisoned Wrigley. Alright, I wanted to check the window that okay. So 3 blocks between. Alright, because that lands directly on the border part. Where's that one I'm looking for? Ah, there it is. What? There were ladders there. That should have at least slowed me down. Where are you? There you go. Take it slow this time. How? Okay, guess the landing thing from the glider is causing me to glitch right through. Duly noted. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And nope, that's not what I was aiming, game. Now I'm getting concerned that I'm not even going to be able to build the whole tower. That was not a detail I expected. Alright, that's what I wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. I'm definitely gonna have to dig down into this bit. How many blocks do I have to work with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. That seems like it might be enough. But just barely. Oh, it's dark dynamite than I'm looking for. Now they're in the opposite order. I'll fix that later. I'd rather go for them top than from digging into it. I also applied the chiseling to the middle there as well. It just looked nice. I did have to shift these stairs down there a bit. So, but on the plus side, they did now look like they're actually connected as opposed to before where they would just happen to not. Like they just happened when they were on the very edge of the corners. Right. Oh, I'm going all the way down, aren't I? Right, let's switch the screenshot so I can actually work on the next section. I did not appear to have taken a screenshot of the top part of the thing, so I don't know which side the door landed on. Well, okay. Well, I'll have to just get another one of those shots as well. Right, let's see. Which side am I putting this on? Alright, we've got platforms on both sides anyway, so... doors go there, so... Yeah, that's the right side, I think. Yeah. Yeah, can't tell. Oh well. And looks like I'm now having to dig down. Thankfully, this is the last section of the chute. And then it's on to attempting to squeeze the entryway in. Since the standard rusty record walls won't take the slot out, I'll have to just do them manually. I mean, there's the other ones, but they also just do 5x5, so 5. So actually, no, not even 5x5x5. They just do a radius of 5, but not actually. Okay, so this might actually be the more optimal method for taking the slot out. He must have some pretty strong jaws if he can gnaw his way through this dolomite. He also must have some pretty tough skin to worm his way through it without feeling any pain from it grazing against his skin. In which case, he never really had anything to fear of the monsters around him in the first place. Only the big baboon thing was a threat to him. down. Let's start adding the rest. I just realized. I know that would be that one, wouldn't it? Let's make sure I got that marker there so I don't forget about it later. I just thought, at just 20 blocks depth left, I'm not going to have room for the water below, I think. Two, three, four. Ah. I just realised I'm doing this the slow way. Give me a second. Yeah, I found a address, well, offsets in the mask or something for what's enabled in that. That reflects the tool strength, so I can now make my hammer as weak or strong as I'd like. Also found a related stat for the hammer, but I'm not yet sure which values represent what. I do know that by setting it to 15 I can hammer out the buggy itself. But the stat I'm affecting right now, the tool strength, I've set to 127, which is many times what the hammer has by normal standards, which is 12. So there shouldn't be a single thing that I can't just hammer immediately. You want one there, apparently there was another chest. Forget whether it was... Up there. Okay, it's also offset. So maybe not a rendering error after all. Just a weird design. Let's do the other side first. Since we now have a stronger hammer to work with, we'll go ahead and put this slot in. I doubt it'll take up the remaining 12 to 13 minutes, but it'll do as a chunk of that. The tool strength one is a stat I'll have to edit manually because I'm not sure how it would affect the other tools yet. To set them to stupid high strength. Or even if that value means the same thing to the rest of the tools at all. I definitely misremembered the amount of chests. I thought for sure it was only 2, but apparently it was an extra 2 on the platforms. Right, where am I? There we go. That works. Right, now I need to be careful about nope, didn't quite. know what? This is getting a tad annoying to do from here, so... only reason I know these two values affected the hammer was because I was watching the bytes from the Game Conqueror that it was displaying. And they happened to change every time I changed the hammer. So I won't do right this second because that'll mean I'd have to redo the hammer strength. This might have been better to attempt in Crumbledon. I would have had a lot more room to play with there, given it has all those extra layers to the map. Whoops. Right, I still gotta do the windows, don't I? Oops. And I still gotta do this for... Brett, do you really have to hover right in front of my face? Can't see with you in front. Take that for getting in from my face. Did I manage to... Alright, yeah, I did. Nice. Probably just going to have to take the thumbnail of all that lot. For that. I can't think of any other way to get a good thumbnail out of this one. Not without me ignoring what I actually built, anyways. I think the last time I tried that, I got a dislike. And even then, it wasn't exactly unrelated to the video, though. So this time, if I had to really be unrelated, I think. Oops. Right. Camera inside where I can actually see. Game, please. Keep the camera inside. Not the one I was aiming for, game. Okay, apparently this did take up the remainder of the 12 to 13 minutes. Okay, time to attempt a thumbnail. Yeah, I think that's about as good a thumbnail as I'm gonna get. Seeing if I can get rid of that fog somehow. Nope, not working yet. Oh. Right. And that. Alright, with that done, laters.